All right, sorry about that, brothers. All right, I didn't think I was recording, but I actually was. All right, so back to the silos. Silos are a reinforced concrete and steel structure designed to withstand overpressures of several thousand psi to reduce thermal and radiation effects. The silo is intended to minimize the vulnerability inherent in soft sites. A soft site could be put out of action even by the dynamic pressure of a large warhead, let alone the overpressure, thermal, and radiation effects. However, a 1 megaton warhead, all right, let's see what these warheads are. All right, these are silos though, all right? Look at it, just basically they got these missiles under the ground, all right? See? And then people, I guess, live in homes, in silo homes. But we know there's the deep underground military bases as well. All right. Um, but right here, silos. All right. What was I about to look up? Oh yeah, the warheads. All right, and the warheads, man. All right, these are the warheads. All right. The warheads are the front of the missile, the pointing object. All right. These are what gets released and dropped over or dropped onto the country that's going to be bombed. All right. Um, However, a 1 megaton warhead would have to be detonated at ground level with 600 to 700 feet of target to destroy a silo. Silos would have been a perfect means of ensuring the invulnerability of each side's ICBM force, it were it not for the near simultaneous appearance of the photo reconnaissance satellite for 2 decades. The cameras of these spacecrafts have mapped the precise coordinates of each and every missile silo and other important aim points. All right, so look, that's just telling you that the other countries have been filming over here where you are. All right, so that just means that if the other countries over here filming where you are, guess what the government's doing? Filming where you are. All right. Um, and right here, take a look at this picture. All right, picture right here on this side is about to come up. All right, sloppy. All right, it's about to come up, and then it comes out, and then it's out, and then it's out. See it? I'll read the description. All right, so at the left right here, all this right here, all these right here. The first Titan launch, the first Titan II launch took place at Vandenberg Air Force Base in 1965. Note the missile exhaust venting from the silo. Look, and that's that the missile exhaust is right here on the sides. All right, because it's in the silo. All right, that's what's pushing the missile up. Okay. All right. The early ICBMs were unreliable, Slovakia, and downright dangerous, using liquid fuels of highly corrosive and volatile chemicals. The Titan is one of the rockets, somewhat better in this respect than the rest, uses nitrogen trioxide as its oxidator and hydrazine as its unsymmetrical symmetrical uh, di dimethylhydrazine slack it brothers dimethylhydrazine as fuel. All right, so it uses hydrazine and dimethylhydrazine as fuel. All right, that's what the Titan uses instead of what they were talking about earlier, highly corrosive liquid fuels and volatile chemicals. The oxidizer and the fuel ignites on contact. All right. Uh, all right, and right here, brothers. All right, so right here from right to left, all right, are the missiles that's been in development. Missiles that was in development, okay? All right, I'm gonna read them off to you in order. All right, the first one is Titan 1, and this is the Soviet, and these are Soviet and U.S. missiles, all right, that they have listed here. All right, so this is the Titan. This is the SS-7. This is the SS-8. This is the Minuteman II. This is the SS-11. This is the SS-9. This is the Minuteman III. This is the SS-13. This is the SS-16. This is the SS-19. This is the SS-17. This is the SS-18. So 13 through 16 are Soviet fifth generation ICBMs. So from, it's kind of like cracked in between the books. Can't really see it right here. So that's 13. This one is 14, 15, and 16. All right. Those are Soviet fifth generation ICBMs. They have no specific name tied to them in this book. And right here, this is the number 17. This is the MX. All right. Sure, that's a Roman numeral for something. All right. So those are the ICBMs that this book is speaking on. Now, if you do some research and look up the current situation on ICBMs, I'm sure they're more technologically advanced and far more superior than these. All right. So I'm going to the warheads. Warhead size ranges from 4 megatons of the Atlas and to Titan 1 up to 9 to 10 megatons of Titan 1, of the Titan 2, and of the Soviet missiles. So, well, what is a megaton? All right, there you go. See what it says. How big is a 100 megaton bomb? All right, 100 megaton bomb. 100 megaton bomb would have a total destruction blast radius of about 18 miles. 1,000-ton megaton bomb would have a radius of about ... All right, so let's go and click in here. Look, there you go. That's what's gonna happen. All right. I don't know if those gamma rays and all that stuff's gonna come out. Who knows what they put in this nuclear stuff, nuclear thing? That's what they put in there. But this was gonna happen. All right. All right. Let me get back to it. The United States the United States thus adopted a doctrine called massive retaliation in 1950s, as it lacked the military capability to protect its allies and clients all around the world. Because we know Babylon makes everybody drink of their wine. The vast perimeter of the USSR, the United States reasoned with the Soviet aggression could be deterred by the threat of a devastating nuclear attack on the Soviet uh, periphery. So let's look at this massive retaliation. All right. So massive retaliation, also known as a massive response or massive deterrence, is a military doctrine and nuclear strategy in which a state commits itself to retaliate in much greater force than in the event of attack. All right, here we go. Massive retaliation, also known as a massive response or massive deterrence. Same thing I just read. All right, let's look at the strategy. In the event of attack from an aggressor, a state would massively retaliate by using its force to disproportionate the size of the attack. The aim of the massive retaliation is to deter another state from initially attacking. All right, so the United States was like, okay, now we know that Russia has the same capabilities, basically. Let's try to deter them from attacking. Uh, the massive retaliation is to deter another state from initially attacking. For such a strategy to work, it must be public knowledge to all possible aggressors. The aggressor also must believe the state announcing the policy has the ability to maintain second strike capability in the event of an attack. It must be it must also believe that the defending state is willing to go through with the deterrent threat. Like, so if you attack me, it's going to be known that I'm going to attack you back, all right? And you must believe that I'm going to, all right? That's what it's saying, which would likely involve the use of nuclear weapons on a massive scale. Massive retaliation works on the same principles as mutual assured destruction, MAD, with the important caveat that even a minor controversial conventional Slovakia attack on a nuclear site could conceivably result in an all-out nuclear retaliation. However, at this time, when massive retaliation becomes policy, there was no MAD. And MAD again is mutual assured destruction, because the Soviet Union lacked a second strike capability through the 1950s. All right, that's what they say. All right. Um, Once the Soviets acquired even a few ICBMs, massive retaliation became less and less appropriate. For the first time, an enemy had the means to breach the historic impregnability of the United States behind its two ocean barrier. All right, I got a scripture for that. All right, put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. So, hey, all these other nations, man, Iran, Russia, North Korea, China, all of them are gonna be shooting nuclear missiles over here, man. All right, and there was a situation that popped off recently with I believe it was America attacking the Saudi Arabia or the oil fields out there in I believe it was in Iran or Saudi Arabia. All right, but Iran said they're ready for war. So just any day now, the Lord could just put the spirit on them to go ahead and shoot over here. Um, but nations are ready, man. They ready. All right, they ready. Are we ready? Are you ready? Physically. You know, spiritually, are you ready? This is where we got to be building ourselves up. Massive retaliation. All right, since we on massive retaliation, I'm going to go back to that. Massive retaliation had been a relative cheap way for the United States to cope with its defense policy in the 1950s. But as the Kennedy administration took office in 1961, military policy was already being revised. President Kennedy and McNamara continued to expand the process to create military and strategic doctrine that is still largely applied today. All right, that's not important. That's not important. All right, targeting military objectives is known as counterforce. All right, and targeting cities and industrial objectives are known as countervalue. McNamara's doctrine of counterforce also had a number of problems. All right, so McNamara had made up this strategic doctrine that explains what counterforce and what countervalue is. All right, so McNamara's doctrine of counterforce also had a number of problems. It clearly favored the United States with its superior strategic arsenal. I mean, if you work for the United States, of course you're gonna, say the United States is the best, but it is clearly favored for the United States with its superior strategic arsenal, but its strategic superior arsenal and was clearly provocative because it could not be constructed as an American desire to attack the Soviet ICBM force rather than maintain a passive deterrent and retaliatory posture. It was never made clear whether McNamara's doctrine required the United States to attack the USSR with a strategic force in the event of a Soviet conventional attack on Western Europe. So it wasn't clear if the United States was supposed to attack the Soviet Union with nuclear missiles if the Soviet Union made any kind of attack on Western Europe. Nor did counterforce seem likely to limit damage to civilian sector, as James Wadsworth wrote in 1962, because many cities are close to missile bases and airfields. It is estimated that 30 million Americans would be killed in the first counterforce type attack. All right, so counterforce again are targeting cities and industrial objectives. All right, so that means they're going to be targeting where you live. All right, the nuclear missile is going to be targeted where you live, and it's going to be targeting the industrial, the railroadways, and the factories, transportation systems, and energy complexes. All right, that's what it's going to be attacking at. All right, the first bombs will fall to knock out communications and reconnaissance facilities. Neither government could know whether the other side was playing the game, which forces were still in existence, and what its own men were doing. All right, because all that stuff is being knocked out. All right. All right. A leading Soviet commentator on strategic affairs stated there are as yet no rules on behavior in nuclear war. So if I know you're going to attack me with nukes, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the same thing. So there's no laws. There's no rules. All right, I'm gonna go down further. A As the Soviet Minister of Defense, Marshal Greco wrote in 1971, the decision for nuclear war could only be made by an idiot or a man who has lost his mind. So we know that the individual that's in power now, man, they idiots and they out here just losing their mind and running rampant. All right. Um, I'm gonna get one more scripture, then I'm gonna close out. Because we know the Lord is in control of all man's goings. Uh, The Lord, this is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord Yahweh Bashim El Shai hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right, so the wicked for the day of evil, man, that's these stupid ass men that's lost their mind. All right, and that's probably that will shoot off nuclear missiles, man. So with that, I want to say, call Halayim La, Yahweh Bashim El Shai, Bashim Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles, Jesus, who rule and teach one. I want to say shalom to all you brothers and sisters that's out there doing this work in all honesty and sincerity. Kwam Yasharala and a Bible Ball.